Hi everybody and welcome to my Unruly Housewife challenge channel. It is a challenge, but it is my channel. Welcome to my channel. It's lovely to see you. It's been more than 5 months, I know. So I thought it was time I caught you up with what I've been doing. I will get back to some polymer claying and doll's house stuff. I know I will, but I'm pretty sure that Dave's right when he says I have ADHD. And I've been going off at a tangent recently. So I'll just catch you up with what I've been doing and hopefully you'll get some value out of the things I tell you because I've learned some stuff myself. That camera's all right there, isn't it? Sorry the light keeps changing, the cars are going by, the seat keeps creaking. Just the creaking, just ignore everything that's displeasing you and just try and get the best out of the rest. Okay, so the first and most important thing I've done since I saw you last is I've seen my granddaughter Lilith again. The first time I saw her, she was about 2 months old. We weren't allowed to touch her. We had to see her outside in the woods because of social distancing and all that. And now we've seen her. She's like kind of about 18 months old and she is pushing a little doll in a pushchair and talking and missed out on her so much, but it was really fun to interact with her and hold her, even though she was teething and crying. And she's just adorable, really, really funny. And anything she doesn't like, she says yuck. And at first I thought that was just food, but no, it's everything. But I lift her up to put her on the climbing frame. She doesn't want to go. She goes yuck. So yeah, it's really funny and lovable, and I love her. And hi Lilith. So what else have I been doing? Well, the tangent I went off on was this kind of intentional living tangent. And I'm always trying to get my life under control. It never is. But, you know, sometimes I can do a good approximation. And so I decided to do this kind of intentional living path. And the first thing I did was decluttering. And I know I've made videos about Marie Kondo before, and I've tried every decluttering system in the book. But this time I just made my mind up. I'm going to declutter, and I watched people living with Cambria, I think is the channel that I was watching. She helps like hoarders and things. I'm not a hoarder, but not really, you know. I'm not like that Hoarders TV show, but I can, you know, hang on to a lot of stuff that we don't need, and so can David, gosh. So I decided to start decluttering, and everything that I got rid of, I gave myself 1 point. And so if it was a ballpoint pen, it was 1 point. If it was a t-shirt, it was 1 point, and so forth. It sort of averages out, doesn't it? If it was a massive thing like a sleeping bag, I might let myself have 2 points. And if it was like a tiny packet of paper clips, I might give them, just make that only 1 point. But basically, it's your own. If you do it, it's your own system. No one else can tell you what to do. It's just. So I gave myself 1 point for everything I threw away, and by the end of 4 weeks, I had thrown away 600 things. And you wouldn't even look around here and think it was empty. But my cupboards are wonderful now. There's plenty of room, and there is much less clutter in the house as well, actually. But it's hard to think that somebody who's untidy but not, like, as I say, not a hoarder as such, could have 600 things in their house to get rid of. That's absolutely crazy, and not even look empty. But there you go. I didn't really declutter Dave's stuff. It's not really, if you decide to do this, it's not really your business to declutter out somebody else's things. I just did my own things, and it was really, really worth it. I'm here to tell you, I didn't really use much of a system. I just literally took it, I would say, like space by space. So cupboard or the wardrobe or drawer or something like that. I didn't really get rid of much of my craft stuff because I love it, but like we've got one of those beds where it's kind of hydraulic, you can lift it up, and underneath is a storage space, and that had like about 4 sleeping bags in it and bedding for guests. Well, you know what I mean? It's not, we had about 10 towels that we don't need in the house and so forth. So we really just cleared everywhere up. And then after that, I started cleaning. Now, my attitude to cleaning is I hate it. And before, I would use a to-do list. So I'm quite good at doing things if I can tick them off. But even so, I wasn't good at cleaning like the sort of people who have a nice tidy house all the time. I'm much better now, and that's because of a couple of things. One of those things is that on the advice of a friend, I took a timer with me everywhere I went when I did a job. And say I folded up all the washing and put it away, I would time myself and it took about 5 minutes. Whereas in my head, when I'm procrastinating, I'm like, oh, I've got all that washing to fold up and put away. I'm like, I just don't have like 45 minutes. I can't face it. When you know it only takes 5 minutes, it's much easier to motivate yourself next time. You're going, do you know what, I need to do that. And it's only going to take 5 minutes. And once you've done it, it's not on your conscience or on your mind. So that's really handy. So that was a tool that I used. I know I used another tool that that a friend taught me, which is counting back from 5. So you go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, do it. That's it. Every time. So if you're walking through the room, you look down and think, oh, this carpet needs hoovering. You just go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get the hoover out and do it. Just don't even think about it. Just get on with it. That is amazing. That really works. Sometimes I do that thing where you kind of go around the house and do 15 minutes in every room, because I quite like not finishing one thing, coming back to it. Oh, yeah. So I tricked myself into being a lot tidier than I used to be. And also found out, like, if there's black mould around the bath and you put bleach on it, I would put bleach on, wipe it off and go, well, that didn't work. Or put white, don't mix that with white vinegar, whatever you do. But sometimes I put white vinegar onto something and I think, well, that didn't work. Still got water stains, whatever. These things take time. So that's another thing I've learned after 40 years of being a housewife, is to give things time. So if you put bleach on something, on black mould, you have to walk away. You can't stand there with your twitching with your ADHD waiting to wipe it off again. Walk away, do something else, give it time, come back. You'd be surprised. My bathroom looks new now. That's really good. Plus, keep an old toothbrush in the shower somewhere so that while you have a shower you can have a little go on the grout between the tiles. There you go. Top tips on cleaning. My family will never believe it. Let me see. Oh yes. And then I went on to organise my stuff, and I tried as much as possible not to buy loads of little plastic boxes to put as drawer inserts. I tried to use things that I already had. So like if I got a little cardboard box, I would take the lid off and use those 2 things for trays to go in drawers. You know, like when you put all your batteries in one and all your paper clips in the other one and stuff. Because I don't think it's good for the planet to just buy loads and loads of plastic junk. And I do something, I don't like the phrase just because it sounds so smug, but shop your own house. That's what I did. Shop your own home. So I went round and went, I must have some storage bits and pieces, or I must have some old boxes, and I did. So that's quite good, because then you can organise. You don't have to be rich to organise. You don't have to, like, you know, destroy the planet. I really hope this light changing isn't driving you mad. What else did I do? Yeah, I mean, it's so much easier if you go through your cupboards and you make space and declutter. Also, in my wardrobe, what I have now is a white hanger. So I've got all like black hangers, and then I've got a white hanger. And then the other side of the white hanger, I put everything that I've worn, but it's not dirty. You know, sometimes you've worn something just like this shirt, I'll just put it over a t-shirt. Instead of throwing it on the bedroom floor or hanging it over a chair, I'm nervous to put it back in especially as I can't smell, I'm nervous to put it back in my wardrobe. But what I do is I hang it on a hanger and I put it the other side of the white hanger. So now I know everything here has kind of been worn once. So, and then I'll wear it again and then I'll wash it. So that's quite handy to do, because it's much better than that thing we hang it all over a chair, which you might not do anyway. Let me think, what else? Oh yeah, so there was my house, clean, tidy, and by my standards, creep. Um, but there was more to think about. I decided to look at my budget and start budgeting. Now, Dave does all the bills and earns all the money at the minute. But I noticed our shopping bill was really high for 2 people and 5 cats. It was like £669 a month, and I don't know what that is in dollars, but it's a lot in pounds, I think. So I decided to start paying attention. That's pretty much all I did, was start paying attention, make the odd cheap meal, use the things out of the bottom of the freezer, etc., etc. The first month that I did that, that's like, I'm not counting, we had takeaways sometimes and we do things sometimes, but we're not big on wasting money anyway because we don't drink or smoke or, you know. But yeah, the groceries, I just decided to pay attention to that area and to try and be a little bit careful. £200 I saved the first month, and about £150 this month. So I don't know what next month will bring. I'm going to try and get a little bit of extra stuff in because I keep saying there's going to be nothing on the shelves, but I don't know about that. But I'm probably going to, I like to keep, the freezer, plenty of stuff in it and that anyway. But yeah, so I'm averaging out there, what, £175 a month cheaper? Is that, did I do the maths properly? I don't know. But yeah, paying attention is incredible. And I'm trying to tell Brandon this, and he's like, shut up. That's my son, cheeky. But yeah, paying attention to what you're spending money on and just tweaking it a little bit is really good. Actually, Brandon's really good at spotting his bargains at the at the shop. But he does like a takeaway. Anyway, I digress. This is not about Brandon. But yeah, so budgeting, I think, is especially in my case with food, is really worth it. And I think it's magical that you just, when you pay attention to what you're spending, all of a sudden you're not spending as much. It just shows how much we don't think about it. And general kind of frugality, I've been watching videos. I don't do all the things that they do, but watch videos about frugality. They're actually quite a laugh. And the last thing I'm going to talk about, because it's been going on a bit too long now, sorry, it's me looking at the timer, is Amazon no spend timber. Okay, I spend an incredible amount of money on Amazon. I'm really terrible. I thought I was, because I looked at how much I'd been spending and it was a lot. So I decided to in September to have a no spend timber on Amazon. On the 5th day, I couldn't find paper plates cheaper anywhere else in the amount I wanted. So it changed and became a low spend timber. And then after about another 5 days, I won a 20 quid Amazon voucher, which is £20. Don't know what that is in dollars. Google it. So I was like, no, why? I'm trying not to spend. But then I thought, that's free. That's not me spending. So I've bought about 4 things in this month, and it's like the 20 something, 23rd, 24th. Yeah, so I'm not doing too bad. And I'm going to carry on to the end of the month. I've got a diary, and I gave myself a little sticker every day that I don't spend money on Amazon. I do, like, they're little cats. There's like a load of little different stickers, and I try to choose like an angry or a sad one whenever I spend money. I write no. So yeah, so I've failed 4 days, but I've rebranded it low spend timber, so I haven't failed, have I? Because it is quite low. I've only spent £7.50 in the whole of September because I used those vouchers. So yeah, if you have an Amazon problem, and oh my goodness, almost everyone I speak to has an Amazon problem, you might want to do that for a month. Just see if you could not spend money on Amazon. Now, I almost guarantee you'll fail. But at least at least you'll notice. And what did I tell you about noticing what's happening with money? It's suddenly you don't spend as much. So there. So that's what I've been doing for the last for the last 5 months. I've been cleaning my house, throwing things away, organising everything, and being tight with my money. But most importantly, seeing my granddaughter. I will come back soon with some videos. I've got an idea for a polymer clay video, which I might make some miniature cookies for the doll's house, and I've already made them myself, but I might make a video of it. If you like me chatting to you, do tell me in the comments down below. Please like and subscribe to my channel, although I'm sure if you're not a subscriber, this is not going to change your mind. And yeah, I hope you've all been well, and I hope you've been enduring, and things are in England are looking like they're opening up a little bit now. Yeah, thank you for watching, and I love you all.